Hello, everyone, and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hackin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are starting our Let's Play series on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses. This is an old PS2 game that, excuse me, that I love very dearly. It is a game I played a lot when I was a kid. And I think it's one of the more unique Yu-Gi-Oh games there is. Simply because it takes the game and sort of gives it a strategy RPG twist to it. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We will start a new game. Love that loading screen. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty okay. Alright, I will try and do this all serious, like, the British Empire in the 1480s. The War of the Roses, a power struggle between the houses of Lancaster, Red Rose, and York, White Rose, to decide a royal successor was nearing an end. With the Yorkists well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away. And in France, Yugi Henry Tudor, the last Lancastrian heir, was being forced to live a life of exile. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery wielded by Seto and his 7 followers, who were known as the Rose Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, dual card games were still at the fledgling stage. Thus, the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosencrantz in combat. With this in mind, Margaret May Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a High Druid to summon a duelist from another age. Ooh, spooky lightning. Stonehenge mystery. Oh! Summoned from the Mystic Rose Circle in White Rose is the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was truth to the legend of the Rose Duelist. Lady Margaret, I did it! Now you have the means for defeating the evil forces of Rosencrantz. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMorrin. And no, I don't know where this voice is coming from. High Druid and Servant Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelist would like to be known? Okay, so this is one part. What a lot of people don't realize when they start off is that your name actually decides what starter decks you get to look at. And I'm going for the zombie starter deck. So my name, according to this fancy list I found, needs to be... Hope this works. Aiba, a fine name indeed. Now here's the situation. The year is 1485, and you are currently in Stonehenge near Salisbury, England. The British Empire is in turmoil, with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by the Yorkist uprisers. Or usurpers, I think. The power struggle is referred to as the War of the Roses, a name based on the badges used by both sides. A red rose for the Lancastrians and a white rose for the Yorkists. Right now our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and their rightful claim to the throne. All because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their sorceress White Rose cards. Using our red rose cards, we summoned you, Kybert, at this day and age. We hope that your dueling expertise would defeat the Rose Crusaders and lead us to victory. Hey, buddy, that's nice and all, but like, I was just at the local card shop jamming on some e-heroes, and like, I have absolutely no stake in this thing. You will help us? Of course you will. Foolish of me to even doubt where your loyalties lie. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rosencrantz. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you that the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Here in England, dueling is governed by what's known as the perfect rule. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are two major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning, the other is the deck leader concept. These are two aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when the ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to card form. The perfect rule represents those lost rules that were miraculously revived here in England. Perhaps the practice duel will serve better than an explanation. I know how to play this, obviously, but I'm gonna do this for you guys. Oh, that's right, I turned retro achievements on. There's a website that you can link to this. That's what that little symbol was in the bottom, I think. Start with the basics. First, let me show you how to summon a monster. To bring a monster into play, you must summon it from your hand to the field. Now let's draw a card. Order your deck leader to operate your hand. You do this by selecting your leader and pressing the square button. See that blue square? That's the area where you can place your summoned monster. Let's place the monster in a position in front of your card leader. Line up the cursor with the up directional button and press the X button. This is your current hand. Apparently, there's only one monster that can be in your hand that can be summoned to the field. That's because summoning a monster requires a certain amount of power. So yeah, there's your summoning power. You get 3 every turn. For 4 summoning points, the amount will increase by 3 every turn. You can accumulate up to a maximum of 12 points. When a monster is placed on the field, summoning power points equal to the monster's level are expended. And so he's a 4 cost. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on. Okay, something wrong with my directions here? I felt that thing going by itself. I need to attack. So that's the opposite duel, is your opponent's leader. Let's try to attack the enemy leader. Just activate your monster by aligning the cursor. Yellow square. Okay, so basically this is the amount, oh, it's doing it automatically. My bad. Monsters can only move once per turn, however, deck leader summoning does not count as a move, hence the monster can move immediately after being summoned to the field. Once you have nothing left to do, end your turn, press the start button. Okay, so that's the general gist. First, Kaiba, you must select a deck to duel with. It is very important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader the minute resonates within that ring true to your soul. The cards themselves draw power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Kaiba, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. Here are several decks from which to choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destinies of your duel. Okay, yeah, we got the one I wanted. Good. Ah, I see you have selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumor that the Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? It has been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm an aspiring voice actor, hence why I'm doing all these crazy voices. Rosencrantz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you again, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I admit there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. I believe an introduction is in order. I'm Seto, reader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencrantz. I ask you again, Seto. What brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the red rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the red rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the white rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the forbidden rose summoning. If so, then the red rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps into the powers of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. The rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash the world by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life if need be to prevent any from uttering the spell of doom. The spell of doom, fool. The 16 red and white rose cards grant power over all. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Rose Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards. We shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. ... By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the white rose area to summon the Rose Duelists, but you were foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded. If you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by heading over the red rose cards. Me? A fool? Then what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the red rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. And you leave me with one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious Rose Duelist. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, Duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. The red and white rose positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as I do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that the Honorable Kaiba would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon here side has 8 of the red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusader, has possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you could side with either of us, but I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war after all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place. I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Kaiba, heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic. Simon, why must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, why don't we leave the decision to our dear Rose Duelist? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide now, is it? Well, yes, but... Splendid, in keeping with the tradition of the old temple gardens. Okay, guys, at this point, I'm gonna speed this up. How do I do this again? Basically, they're just trying to decide who's going to be who. I am going to side with the Yorkists. I'm going to speed this up so we can actually have some gameplay. So basically, they're saying that in order to capture another card or another rose card, you have to have a deck cost that's lower than the opponent. So the deck cost is basically there to make sure that you don't just have a super overpowered deck. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Do I not have the same memory? Hold on. Oh, I didn't put the right memory card in. 1 second, guys. The game's gonna disappear for a second. Or not. Where did I put it? Format the memory. Formatted. Saving. There you go. So our first fight here is against Taya. I could enter some passwords, but I'll probably do that off stream. We'll just start off. I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget. We'll probably do 1 or 2 duels just for the first episode. Okay, so a couple other things. In this game, there's what's called terrain bonuses. So you'll notice that each of these spaces has terrain. So normal is just normal. Things like meadow and mountain here, these will give power-ups based on what kind of cards you play. There are also fusions, which I'll show you now. So if you play certain cards in a certain order, they will fuse into a stronger monster. So this is why the zombie deck is so good. Because we have Pumpkin here. And while it's in defense position, all zombie monsters are given 100 attack point increase. So you want to make as many of these guys as you can while still having space for other oh man, he's making a big, or she's making a big boy. Pumpkin increases. Don't mind me, I'm just watching or looking at a fusion list. We'll create an armored zombie, or zombie warrior. Oh, I didn't. We'll pass turn. I'm worried about that one monster. Probably should have taken a look at the deck list. Okay, so that goes up by 500. All monsters are transformed into zombie monsters. Was there a machine? I don't think there was. Let me check. No. Switch everything to defense mode. Push comes to shove, give Pumpkin, or send Pumpkin as an attacker. Okay, moving forward. Not looking forward to what he's got planned here. Power increases. I kind of just have to hold serve here, I think. Just wait for my summoning power to go up. Oh, it's only a 1500. Okay, I'll make sure. I'm going to show you this once, but then I'm going to turn it off because this will play every time 2 monsters fight. It's cool, but it gets repetitive after a while. Okay, it does have a big butt, though. Okay, so sometimes this happens, when certain monsters attack certain monsters. It's called spellbinding, so it can't move for a turn. Why are you suddenly 2,000? Oh, because you're on a... See, there's the terrain bonus. Move in the labyrinth terrain and turns into mall shadow. Interesting. Okay, that. And we'll pass turn. I said I was going to limit the episodes to about 20 minutes, but this is the first episode, so I'll go a little longer. Especially since, you know, we're in a duel. I didn't take into effect or account the amount of time the prologue would send them. Oh, Dragon Zombie. Plus another zombie powers it up. Oh no, that dragon. Okay. Do I have anything good here? I think a zombie plus a butt or warrior turns into something. Nope, never mind. Oh, that will come in handy later, though. I should not have moved up that close, but oh well. So he loses that attack bonus, and now Dragon Zombie get. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. Let's get through this. Okay, so he moves everything forward. I'm gonna move my Deckmaster back. Move Zombie Warrior forward. Oh, that'll come in handy. Destroys the other monster when it battles. And alright. Fair move. Plays another card. Now there are spell and trap cards in this game as well. Okay, so all his stuff power, or all her stuff powers up. But Fiend Hand takes out that. And then let's see what they do. Yes, we edge him out by 100 points. So basically the strategy with zombies is just to get a Pumpkin out as soon as possible so that all your stuff starts powering up. Oh, this is a very strong card. I didn't realize this starts with Dimension Hole. Dimension Hole is actually a card that lets you teleport your commander. Deck leader. I've got magic on the brain. Move him forward. Move Zombie out of the way. Move you forward. And pass turn. I didn't realize this deck had Dimension Hole. Oh, well, we're taking direct damage. That's not fun. Get hit by a Doma. I was going to go straight to attacking, or try and jump up in the rush here, but looks like we don't have much of a choice. We're going to have to take care of this guy. I'm going to have to tie him. That's not fair, or not fun. But I got to get that off the board. Oh well. Move our boy forward. Move Zombie forward. Zombie Warrior forward. Advance Dragon Zombie. Advance Blue-Eyed Silver Zombie. Pass the turn. They power up a card. Not moving forward. That surprises me. Or not moving away from my cards. So that means we can summon a monster and mess this guy up. What do you do? Oh, Shadow Spectre. Who do I... Guess I'll attack with this. And then I can flip this guy up, which will turn him into a zombie, so he'll get power-ups. So, by the way, I don't know if you can see... Okay, so you see... I don't know if you can see my mouse. Where it says 2LT, that's the rank of a monster. Each monster gets ranks when you play them enough. And that means they can then become your deck master, and later on, they'll get powers. So that canceled... His Happy Lover canceled out the attack boost, which is unfortunate. But we're still looking good here. He moves his troops forward. Gets the hell out of dodge. Okay, what are you? Ouch, we take a good deal of damage on that one. Down to 600. I'm gonna move you out of the way. Move you forward. What do I got here? Oh yeah, you turn stuff into Wasteland. Which is the type that powers up my monsters. Oh shoot. Forgot you can only have 5 monsters. That's a punt. Forward. What do I have? Do I not have any other spell and trap cards? What do you do? There's 300 points. You know, I'm just gonna clear out my hand. See if I get anything better. Oh, that's nice to know. That's a fusion. What's your attack? 13? Okay, so you couldn't move to attack me if you wanted to. Moving the troops. Power up. Okay, that was a spell or trap. What do we got? Yami. Do I have any dark monsters on the board? Okay, you are a dark monster. And... okay, we're gonna go ahead and play this Yami, which will turn everything into a dark space, which will give my dark monsters movement power and a power boost. Probably should have waited to push that forward one more. Yeah, see how they got movement boosts on their terrain? Okay, I need to flip him into defense. Plays a Winged Trumpeter, that's a power-up spell. Need to be aware of that. Push you into defense. Yeah, he can make a direct hit. Very good, very good. Down to 600. I need to be careful here. And that's game. Damn. I was doing really good and I lose. Because I got greedy. I got greedy. And guys, unfortunately, we are going to have to end with a loss. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was my first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. Just a reminder, we're going to be doing this on alternating Fridays. So this Friday, you're getting a Let's Play. Next week, you are going to be getting a toy review. And then we will go back and forth. And back and forth. This. I'll go to opening. I just realized I've been crouched back for all this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out all of my links in the description below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, this has been the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses on our Let's Play series. And until next time, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.